Hey everyone, I'm glad you joined me. Thanks for stopping by. I wanted to take a walk up here and show you my Brandywine Viburnum. I haven't talked about a shrub in a while in a video, and I was up here the other day in what I call my production garden, and you'll see why in a minute. It's nothing fancy whatsoever. But my Brandywine Viburnum is up here and it's in full bloom right now. So let's flip the camera around and chat about it for a minute. So for a point of reference, I'm behind my house on the top of the hill. This field that we built this house in 13 years ago was a hayfield. We no longer use it as a hayfield, but anyway, I'm going to slowly move you around. We'll get back to those in a second. This is my Brandywine Viburnum. Let me see if I can get, you can see it's in full bloom. And the specs on the Brandywine Viburnum, this one is from Proven Winners. The specs on this one is it's hardy in zones 5 through 9. It grows 5 to 6 feet tall. It likes full sun to part sun. And the blooms turn into these gorgeous berries in the autumn time. The foliage also gets a beautiful autumn color. But the berries are mainly what I grow it for, as well as the pollinators on the blooms. But the berries are blue and pink, and they're just the most darling things. This one has been here, this is its, I believe, 3rd year. So let's move in a little bit and see the blooms there. The blooms are aging now, but full bloom. Something did eat my berries, and I think it was some sort of a migrating bird, because every berry, all of my winter berries, all of my Pearl Glam Beauty berries, the berries on this, they were all eaten. So I'm going to have to, and I love the migrating birds, but obviously I grow my shrubs up here for other purposes. And I feel like there's plenty to eat around here for the migrating birds, I hope. So I'm going to have to do something this autumn to keep the migrating birds from eating this. But I call this area my production area. And when I told my husband I wanted to put some things in here that I wouldn't normally put in the yard, because we try to keep our yard space open. We have grandchildren, and this is the racing hill, the chasing each other with Nerf guns, and you name it, we do that up on this hill. So we've purposely kept this space open. But I told my husband I would like to have some shrubs and things that I would use for production. So the shrubs over here, you're seeing, these are Leyland cypress, and the deer came along and rubbed their antlers in the top and broke out the tops of these. And once the tops are broken out of a evergreen shrub especially, or a tree, it's almost impossible to train a new leader to grow up. They're really done for. You can see the top of that one is dead. So yeah, that was pretty disappointing, because I wanted the Leyland cypress for Christmas greenery. Leyland cypress makes great Christmas greenery, but anyway. And then I have a couple of Bracken's Brown Beauty magnolias here. These have been here for, I think this is their 3rd year. And so when we planted all this area up here, my husband said, nothing is going to do very good here, he said, because the ground is too poor. It's full of broom sedge, and he said the ground is very poor, and it's proving to be true. And so anyway, but everything is hanging on, and you can see how dry the ground is up here. I do drag a hose up here. These are all winterberry hollies here, and they're young. Winterberry hollies are extremely slow growing. There's another one, and down there is the male winterberry holly, and that's the way you have to have a pollinator to get the berries on the winterberries. This is a Pearl Glam Beauty Berry, and even though things are hanging on, they don't look the best up here in my production area. This is a tricolored willow, and it's doing well, although it has a dead limb in it I need to remove. It's doing pretty well, even though willows like more moist area. They can hang on where it's a little bit more dry. But let's get back to this viburnum here. I'm really happy with how it's doing, even though this area is a area that things, you know, kind of don't thrive in. It's doing well. So think about a viburnum, a Brandywine Viburnum for your garden. I have two other viburnums, different varieties, but I'm loving this one. As long as we can keep a critter from eating my berries, we'll be doing good. I actually had to film the end of this video the following day, so it's the next day, and it was a bit vulnerable for me to show you my quote-unquote production area. And in case I didn't say, I didn't go back and rewatch the rest of the video, but in case I didn't say, the reason why I call it my production area is because the intent behind everything that I planted up there was to use in cut form in some way or another, you know, like the berries to use maybe in an arrangement or to give an accent or something like that. The winterberry holly would be used for Christmas arrangements, and like I said, the Leyland cypress would be used in Christmas greenery bouquets and stuff like that. So everything up there, that was my whole purpose of planting up that area. And I think we all have areas in our gardens that aren't as pristine or just as nice as we would want them to be. In fact, our entire landscape here is not pristine at all. There's nothing formal or pristine about any of my gardens or landscape. We are a working farm here, and I'm not making any excuses because I'm extremely thankful for everything we've been blessed with. But it just, you know, there's nothing fancy here whatsoever. So anyway, I just wanted to show you, my whole purpose in this video was to show you the Brandywine Viburnum and to show you how beautiful it is, and maybe to entice you, if you don't have one, to put one in your landscape. So that's about it for today, friends, and I really appreciate you being here. I appreciate your support, and until next time, happy gardening. Bye-bye.